Hey friend, what are you thinking about?
Hey, I'm planning my next vacation and could use some tips on finding a great spot. Got any suggestions?
Sure. First, think about what kind of vacation you want. Are you looking for relaxation, adventure, culture, or something else?
Good point. I think I want a mix of relaxation and some cultural experiences.
In that case, you might want to start by looking at travel blogs and websites. They often have detailed reviews and lists of top destinations for different types of vacations.
Yeah, I've checked a few blogs, but there are so many options. How do I narrow it down?
One way is to set a budget and see which places fit within it. Also, consider the time of year you're planning to travel. Some destinations are better at certain times of the year.
That makes sense. Any specific sites you recommend for reviews and tips?
Definitely. Try sites like TripAdvisor, Lonely Planet, and Travel Plus Leisure. They have a lot of user reviews and expert advice. Also, don't overlook social media. Instagram and Pinterest can give you some visual inspiration and help you find hidden gems.
Great ideas. What about accommodations? Any tips for finding good places to stay?
I usually check Airbnb and Booking.com for accommodations. They offer a range of options from budget to luxury, and you can read reviews from previous guests. Also, consider looking at local guest houses or boutique hotels. They can be more charming and offer a more personalized experience.
I'll definitely look into those. How about activities once I decide on a place?
Once you have a destination in mind, look up local tours and activities. Websites like Viator and Get Your Guide are great for finding tours and excursions. Also, check out the local tourism board's website. They often have information on unique local experiences and events.
These are fantastic tips. I feel more confident about planning now. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. Enjoy your vacation and make the most of it. If you need more advice, feel free to ask.
I definitely will. One more thing. How do you usually find good places to eat when you're on vacation?
Food is a crucial part of any trip. I usually start by checking out reviews on Yelp or TripAdvisor. You can also use apps like Zomato. Additionally, asking locals for recommendations can lead you to some amazing, less touristy spots.
Asking locals is a great idea. Any tips on how to do that?
Absolutely. Try talking to the staff at your hotel or rental. They usually have good recommendations. Also, chat with local shop owners or even people you meet on tours. Most people are happy to share their favorite places.
I'll make sure to do that. What about avoiding tourist traps? Any advice on that front?
To avoid tourist traps, look for places where locals eat. If a restaurant is filled with locals, it's usually a good sign. Also, steer clear of restaurants right next to major tourist attractions. They tend to be overpriced and less authentic.
Got it. What about transportation? How do you get around when you're in a new place?
That depends on the destination. In big cities, public transportation like buses and subways is often the best and most cost effective option. For more remote areas, renting a car might be necessary. Always check if the place has ride sharing services like Uber or Lyft too.
What if I'm visiting a country where I don't speak the language? Any tips on handling that?
Learning a few basic phrases in the local language can go a long way. Apps like Google Translate are incredibly helpful. Also, carry a translation dictionary or download an offline version on your phone. And don't be afraid to use gestures or pictures to communicate.
Those are great tips. Thanks again for all your help. I'm feeling much more prepared now.
You're welcome. I'm sure you'll have an amazing trip. Just remember to stay flexible and open to new experiences. That's often where the best memories are made.
Absolutely. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks again.
Anytime. Safe travels and enjoy every moment.
Thanks. One last thing. Do you have any tips for packing efficiently?
Sure. Start by making a packing list based on your itinerary. Roll your clothes instead of folding them to save space and minimize wrinkles. Packing cubes are also great for organizing your luggage.
I've heard about packing cubes but never used them. Do they really make a difference?
Definitely, they help keep everything organized and make it easier to find what you need without messing up your whole suitcase. Plus, they compress your clothes a bit, giving you more space.
That sounds useful. Any tips on what not to pack?
Try to avoid overpacking. Bring versatile clothing that you can mix and match. Don't pack too many shoes. Stick to 2 or 3 pairs that cover different activities. Also, check the weather forecast and pack accordingly.
What about essentials like toiletries and gadgets?
For toiletries, bring travel sized bottles and only what you really need. Many hotels provide basics like shampoo and soap. For gadgets, make sure to pack chargers, a portable power bank, and any necessary adapters for the local outlets.
Great advice. What about travel insurance? Is it worth getting?
Yes, travel insurance is definitely worth it. It can cover unexpected events like medical emergencies, trip cancellations, or lost luggage. It gives you peace of mind, especially when traveling abroad.
I'll look into that. How about staying safe while traveling? Any tips?
Always keep a copy of your important documents like your passport and travel insurance in a separate place from the originals. Be aware of your surroundings and avoid displaying valuables. It's also a good idea to research common scams in your destination so you can avoid them.
That's smart. I'll make sure to do that. You've been so helpful. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm glad I could help. Have an amazing trip and take lots of pictures.
I will. Can't wait to share the stories when I get back. Thanks again.
Looking forward to hearing all about it. Safe travels and have a blast.
Thanks. Speaking of pictures, do you have any tips for taking great travel photos?
Absolutely. First, make sure to take photos during the golden hours, just after sunrise and just before sunset. The lighting is softer and more flattering. Also, try different angles and perspectives to make your photos more interesting.
Good to know. What about taking pictures of people, like locals?
Always ask for permission first. A simple smile and gesture towards your camera usually does the trick. If you get a chance to interact with them, you might capture some genuine moments that tell a story.
I'll keep that in mind. Any apps you recommend for editing photos on the go?
Snapseed and BSEO are great for editing on your phone. They have a range of filters and tools to enhance your photos without needing a computer.
Awesome, I'll check those out. How do you usually back up your photos while traveling?
I use a combination of cloud storage like Google Photos or Dropbox and a portable external hard drive. That way, I have multiple backups in case something happens to my phone or camera.
That's smart. I'll make sure to set up cloud storage before I go. Any last-minute tips for making the most out of my vacation?
Just stay open to new experiences and be flexible with your plans. Some of the best travel moments happen spontaneously, and don't stress too much about trying to see everything. Sometimes it's the little unplanned moments that make a trip memorable.
That's great advice. I'll definitely try to stay open and enjoy the moment. Thanks again for all your help.
Anytime. Have an incredible trip and make lots of wonderful memories. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have any more questions while you're away.
Will do. Can't wait to share all about it when I'm back. Thanks a million.
You're very welcome. Safe travels and have a fantastic vacation.
Thanks. I'll keep you posted on how everything goes. By the way, do you have any recommendations for souvenirs to bring back?
Sure, try to find something unique to the place you're visiting. Local crafts, art, or specialty foods make great souvenirs. Avoid generic items that you can find anywhere.
That's a good idea. How about for friends and family? Any tips on choosing gifts?
Think about what they'd appreciate. Local delicacies, handmade jewelry, or traditional textiles can be great choices. Personalizing the gifts based on their interest makes it even more special.
I'll keep an eye out for those. What about managing my money while abroad? Any tips for that?
It's a good idea to have a mix of payment options. Carry some local currency for small purchases, but use credit or debit cards for larger transactions. Just make sure to notify your bank about your travel plans to avoid any issues.
Noted. Do you use travel apps to keep track of expenses?
Yes, I find them very helpful. Apps like Trail Wallet or Splitswise can help you keep track of your spending and stick to your budget. That's especially useful if you're traveling with others and need to split costs.
I'll download those. Do you have any tips on dealing with jet lag?
To minimize jet lag, try to adjust to your new time zone a few days before you leave by gradually shifting your sleep schedule. Stay hydrated during your flight and get plenty of sunlight once you arrive. Avoid napping too long on the first day.
I'll definitely try that. Last thing, how do you handle any unexpected problems that might come up?
Stay calm and be flexible. Keep important contact information handy, like your hotel's address and the local embassy. Travel insurance can help with emergencies. And remember, most problems can be solved with a bit of patience and resourcefulness.
That's reassuring. I feel much more prepared now. Thanks for all the tips.
Anytime, you're going to have an amazing time. Enjoy every moment and don't forget to relax and have fun.
I will. Thanks again for everything. Talk to you soon.
Safe travels. Looking forward to hearing all about your adventures when you get back. Take care.